Hey guys, ADPC Customs here again. Gonna do another video on the NVIDIA app. This time it's going to be about ICAT. This is the last add-in that I can download because of my GPU setup. But let's hop in and have a look. See, so here we are. Let's open up the app. So here is the NVIDIA app. It recently got updated, but it acted as if I just installed it. And now I'm having a few issues, which I will go into later in the video. We'll just go and have a look at ICAT for now. So we're on the home screen and we need to scroll down here. So this is the Discover section where you can download plugins or extra pieces of software to use with your NVIDIA app and your NVIDIA graphics card. I've already been into frame view. I've got frame view. I have a weird glitch with my frame view. It causes some strange color banding on one side of my monitor. But we've already explained what that is. You can get GeForce Now through here, which is cloud gaming. Content creation, 3D content creation. It says I can get it, but I don't think it'll work because I've got a GTX, not an RTX, and I'm not really good with 3D creation, so I'm not sure if I'll attempt that. NVIDIA Canvas, painting with AI, I can't use that. Again, I don't have an RTX graphics card. Same with Chat RTX and NVIDIA Broadcast. I don't have a new enough system capable of the AI. But we did download ICAT, and we can have a look, see what ICAT does. It's an image comparison tool, as it says here. So we'll fire that up and have a look at that when it opens and see exactly what it involves. So, as you can see, it shows you how to get started. Click Add Media or drag and drop videos or image files into this window to compare them. Adjust the clip offset to align the videos. Add overlay to annotate your comparison. Now, I did a couple of screen caps when I was doing the graphics optimization video, and I've taken a couple of screen caps here that I will use. But first, we're going to make a couple of changes. So, here's my folder. So, we'll open up a couple of these screenshots and we'll do a quick edit to make life easier for us. So, as you can see, this one is the maximum quality settings from Batman Arkham City. I've used the Batman Beyond skin because I think it shows the quality changes quite easily. As you can see, there's like a honeycomb hex pattern across the costume, and the different resolution settings do show it off more or less. So that's why I've used that. But we're going to quickly pop into edit the image because we don't need this full image, and we are going to do a free crop. And what we're going to do is we're going to crop in purely on Batman, and we're going to save that, and that will overwrite the original image, keeping the same title. There we go. We have a nice big clear image of Batman Beyond. And we will go into the performance settings, maximum performance settings. As you can already see, there is a change. And we're going to perform the same crop. It's not the exact same pose, but it's not a major issue for a side-by-side comparison, which is what we're going to be doing. So we'll just crop this in. And we'll do an overwrite on that one as well. And we'll do it again on the recommended settings that I was given from the app. Those of you who've been following these videos, this series, you will no doubt know what my recommended settings were, and if you don't, I will try to remember to put a card up for you to link you to the NVIDIA performance tuning video, or the game optimizing video. I'll save that one as well, and we'll close these down. We'll move this window out of the way. Excuse me. So what we'll do is we'll add media by dragging in 1. That gives us that. So drags it in like so, and this is what you're presented with straight away. Now you've got the option to do a split screen or a side-by-side. So we're going to add the max quality settings in here as well, like so, and then it'll do a side-by-side comparison. You can see from a side-by-side straight away there is a difference in the quality of the rendering, but we'll go with a split screen, and obviously you can slide across looking at the difference. Even in the backgrounds here you can see that there is a difference in the rendering quality of the textures. So that's the lowest possible setting that NVIDIA gives and the highest possible setting that NVIDIA gives for the best performance or the best quality. And this is what this ICAT is usable for. If I was able to get the exact same pose both times, this would look slightly better. And then obviously you can also add your overlays. Now for the overlay you can choose to add something on top of it that you've already created. Maybe some information on one side about the settings and on the other side about those settings, and so on and so forth. And you can save this as an image. So I'll just see if I can find one I already did. So we'll go to open. I can't remember where it saved it, so bear with me a moment. Go into add overlay and we'll have a quick look. So it was in downloads. It got saved in downloads. So we'll open. It should be here somewhere. It's not. I did save it. I know I did. Anyway. And you can do this with videos, and you can do the slide for the quality change. Yes, that's kind of funny. For the quality change and comparison. Or you can just have a side-by-side comparison. And you can edit this as you need to. And it comes in handy for things like, say I had a website and I was writing up an article on this app, and I wanted to show comparisons, visual comparisons on a website for the different settings. This would be how I'd do it. I'd either create this, or I'd create the split screen showing the obvious difference. Now we'll zoom out a little bit, give us a bit more image there. As you can see, there's a definite sharpness and clarity to it. So that is basically a quick overview of ICAT. I've not played with it a lot, if I'm absolutely honest. Here's the settings. You can change things here. Obviously, if it was a screen capture, if it was a video capture of your game, you'd have your FPS there. There's your dimensions, and everything. Reset your exposure. You've got your integer scaling, which you can enable and disable. Your gamma, which you can adjust and reset. You can export this. So here's your export. Now you can export this for internet use, for the web, or as an image. And as you can see, you've got your side-by-side, which, as I say, you can export. You can do your side-by-side or your split screen. And it does put the title of your image in the bottom of the of each image or your split screen. So as long as you title your images accurately, this works. I'm not going to download this and continue any further with it. This was just for demonstration purposes, but as you can see, it's pretty good. You can also, I believe, do multiples. So we'll drag in this one. So that'd have to be a side-by-side. Can't do a split screen on 3. Oh, no, it's replaced 1. I do believe it's replaced 1. But you can do your triple side-by-side comparison. And this is your max performance, this is your max quality, and this is the recommended. You can see there's not much difference between the recommended and the max quality. Not a huge difference, just some subtle differences. Better quality shadows and shading and slightly sharper detail. But pretty useful piece of software if you have the use for it. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, there was an update recently, and not the one I did the video on. And I installed that update, and the app behaved more or less as if it was the first time I'd ever installed it. And as you can see, I've now got duplicates of my games showing up in the library. And with some games, it's not registering the FPS when I use the frame counter, the on-screen display. The driver is apparently up to date. And a whole bunch of my games can no longer be optimized. It can't find the settings. This game has been opened twice and it's not retrieved anything, and I only have 1 copy of it, so why it's shown up 3 times is beyond me. Same with Mortal Kombat 11. I was playing it just the other night and it cannot grab the settings, and it had them before, and now there's 2 copies. Forza Horizon 5, I've not tried playing that for a while. Forza 4, it's got the same problem. It can't retrieve the current values. That game has been played, although not recently, but it's not picking up all of my games. I'm missing one of the Arkham series games on here. That's not showing up. But other than that, the app still works fine. I was asked a question in the comments under one of my previous videos. I believe it was about uploading your captures from photo mode and from the video capture. Now, I wasn't aware you could do that in the first place, and there doesn't seem to be an option in the NVIDIA app itself. And I'm in photo mode. I'm not in a game at the moment. There doesn't appear to be anything for upload in photo mode. You've got your recording, your instant replay, and your filters and your highlights automatically capturing stuff. Mortal Kombat 11 is one game that supports that. You've got your configuration for that. And you can apparently use this to partially replace OBS. You can do full desktop capture. And it obviously has your gallery, everything that it's saved. But I don't see an upload button. Now I'm wondering if there is the option when you go into it. Open location. Remove it. There doesn't appear to be an option. There doesn't appear to be an option for upload. Shortcut controls. Is there a shortcut for upload? No. It might be that there's no auto upload in this. I wasn't aware that it did it in the first place. But you can still do your captures, you can do your edits, and then you can upload them after the edits have been completed, and so on and so forth. But this is just another video about another tool available to you through the NVIDIA app. The ICAT image comparison tool. Pretty useful piece of software if you ask me, if you have the right use case scenario for it, i.e. you can use it in videos like my previous video. Had I looked into this a little bit more prior to my game optimization video, I could have used stills and overlays on those stills to compare the different settings that were available. If you're publishing something online, obviously also very useful. And very easy to use, another free part of the NVIDIA app. And the most recent driver update, in case anyone was wondering and hasn't updated yet, just gives general fixes to the Octane benchmark and adds updates for game ready drivers for Black Myth Wukong Concord, now featuring DLSS 3 and Reflex, Final Fantasy 16 demo, with DLSS 3 and DLAA and Reflex, Star Wars Outlaws with DLSS 3.5, Reflex and Ray Tracing, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 featuring DLSS Super Resolution. So that's your lot on ICAT, unless there's a few other things that I'm missing with it, but that's basically everything. You can do your comparisons with your video, you can do your comparisons with your photos, you can do a multiple side-by-side or a 2-image comparison with split screen. I believe it works the same for the video, and you can obviously save that and export it for use on a website or in a video. And I'm quite impressed with what it can do. It's useful, not necessarily for everyone, but you can install it and have a play with it. It's not exactly a massive piece of software. So with that being said, that is the end of this video. I will be back at some point soon with a new video, and I will see you in that one.